Just waiting to see if we are live here. We've got a rather interesting event for you here today. Just making sure everything is all right before I get things going here. We do indeed have audio. We are live, and welcome to what is probably the most obscure, most unusual event we've ever covered here on Ultrasport. We are doing live commentary today for the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this tradition, every July 4th, they set up a stage in Coney Island, which is a place in New York, and the best competitive eaters. Yes, this is a thing. There's a governing body called Major League Eating. The best competitive eaters in the world come down to Coney Island, and they compete to see who can eat the most hot dogs in the span of 10 minutes. There's a women's competition and a men's competition. We are live today covering the men's competition, which I'm told is about to have its opening proceedings and what have you about 7 minutes from now. I don't know how many viewers this will get. I don't know if it'll get any viewers, but this will be in the archives at the very least if this doesn't go anywhere. But I hope it goes somewhere as we bring you, again, live coverage of the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest 2026. ESPN is doing the actual coverage of the event. We are waiting for them to come back from commercial, and when they do, we will see, how close we are to the action actually getting underway. But ESPN, are they back yet? Yes, they are. And they're showing a video package of Coney Island, of this, of the culture around the contest. And very soon we will actually have live coverage of this great, very American event to again celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States. So, and for the women's competition, Miki Sudo has won her 12th title. This is a very, I don't know if this is a good word, dynastic sport, so to speak. So, for example, Bayern Munich wins the Bundesliga every year. Kansas City Chiefs are pretty good in the NFL. The Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest is dominated by a guy named Joey Chestnut on the men's side and Miki Sudo on the women's side. Joey Chestnut, I don't believe Miki Sudo has ever lost at a competition. I believe they said earlier she is undefeated. I think Chestnut has lost once or twice, but he holds the record for most titles, and I'm going to see what that is. 17 times. So to put that into context, that is the same amount of titles that John Cena holds in the WWE. And for those of you who are WWE fans, and it looks like we're going to get a bit of a video package here for the announcer, which is that's another thing entirely. He brings quite a flair to this competition. And ESPN are on a commercial break once again. So as I was saying, this is a very dynastic competition. Joey Chestnut has won 17 times. Miki Sudo, I believe it's 12 titles at this competition. 12th title in 2026, Miki Sudo. So for someone to come in and try to unseat those champions, it is going to be a very, very tough task. But we are live with commentary, waiting for ESPN to come back from commercial break so we can bring you our live coverage of this event. This is very unique, but we are doing this as a celebration for America's 250th birthday. So we're going to take a look at the last 15 hot dog eating champions of the moment. So that's 2025 to 2011. 13 times the contest was won. 13 times in that span. This was won by Joey Chestnut. In 2015, it was won by Matt Stoney. And in 2024, it was won by a guy named Patrick Bertoletti. This, believe it or not, is a sport. This is a real competition. It is not rigged. It has a lot of theatrical elements to it, as though it were, WWE. There's a belt, and there's a ring announcer, and there's all of that. But, this is real. There's, about 20 competitors, that's just an estimate. There's 20 guys that are going to come out onto the stage and attempt to eat as many hot dogs as possible. And Joey Chestnut, the record he holds, I believe, is 76. That is 76 hot dogs in the span of 10 minutes. And for those of you who may be wondering, and we're going to get into a bit of disgusting territory, I suppose, no, you cannot have what they call a reversal of fate in the in industry parlance, or to put it bluntly, more bluntly, but still with a bit of veneer, you cannot lose the contents of your stomach. So, just a bit of context as we go into the action here. It is 12:28 p.m. Eastern Time. This is live, mind you. ESPN is broadcasting this live. This is an American tradition. Takes place every year on the 4th of July, and it is about to get underway, or so I am told, in about 2 minutes from now. ESPN is playing a video package featuring the competitors here. Apparently, Polymarket is a sponsor of this because they're wearing jerseys that have the Polymarket logo on the shoulders. We are ready. We are ready. I think we're ready. They're showing the stage. This is indeed presented by Polymarket, which is interesting, but I think at the same time fitting. And we go now to George Shea. I can't play any of the audio, of course, because of copyright. But we go now to George Shea, who is the voice of Major League Eating, or at least the voice of Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest. And another thing, Major League Eating, right? This governing body that I mentioned when we started the stream, they have an all year round calendar. They have a season. This is not a one-time thing. If you are a professional eater, then you are competing under, well, I don't know about Joey Chestnut. He probably has license to do whatever he wants. But if you are a competitive eater, you are under contract. You're basically an athlete. So yes, there you have it. Major League Eating. This is a real league. This is a real sport. And this is its Super Bowl. This is its WrestleMania. This is the biggest event of the year. This has been going on, as you can see in the logo there, since 1916. 110 years of hot dog eating competitions, and they've now begun introducing the competitors here. They first one is from Seoul, South Korea, and now and again, there's not that much information about these guys except for the real famous successful ones like Joey Chestnut. But we've got the third entrant coming in now. Ring name, Crazy Legs Conti. The number 24 ranked eater in the world by Major League Eating. 55 years old and competing in this hot dog eating contest. So we will see how that age kind of affects his performance here today. Who is next? Tanner Gray, the number 19 ranked eater in the world, now coming out, age 29. He's got a South Carolina Gamecocks hat on, so representing his at least college sports allegiance. Maybe he did go to college there, maybe not. Uh, 35 tamales, 31 donuts, 2 1/4 cases pork roll sandwiches. I'm going off of the captions here as the announcer reads out their records. Uh, as I said, this is a league. There's many different competitions that it sanctions, and now I've got 22-year-old Cameron Mead coming out to compete here. So glad to have you with us on the 250th anniversary of the United States of America as we bring you something uniquely American, the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest, set to begin very, very soon. Entrances now, hot dogs in a matter of moments. And we'll see if Joey Chestnut can take home the gold once again, or I should say, take home the mustard belt, which is the award for the men. The women get what I think they just call the pink belt. Um, but yes, the mustard belt is once again on the line in Coney Island at the WrestleMania of eating. That's a good way to put it, actually. The WrestleMania of eating. I never thought of it like that before, but well, I probably did at some point. You get my point. It's a very good um, way of putting it. We continue with the entrances. Derek Derek Heavy D Hendrickson from Las Vegas, 38 years old, coming out now. Looks like he's favoring his right leg as he comes up the stairs. There is a oh my, he's got a bit of a limp. Maybe that was intentional because he's now dancing. But Derek Hendrickson has arrived. Coming up next, we have Gideon Oji, 34 years old. In April, he ate 58 ears of sweet corn in 12 minutes. And you know what? This makes me actually want to paint a picture of Major League Eating because this is a thing. I'm going to the website now. We're going to take a look at, here it is, View Events. There are a bunch of different foods that they sanction competitions in. Today is the hot dog eating contest. The next one is the Saugus Wing Eating Championship. I don't know what a Saugus Wing is. When I look up Saugus, it says it's a town in Massachusetts. But this is taking place in Seabrook, New Hampshire. Interesting. Anyways, then on August 29th, they have the Buffalo Buffet Bowl, Buffalo Wing Eating Championship. Tamales in September. They had donuts in June for National Donut Day. They had a Banana Eating Championship in May. This is a league. This is an organization that sanctions a bunch of events. This is real, and this is their biggest event. Max Stanford, the number 8 ranked eater in the world, coming out now. And another thing, to enter this contest is to do so with kind of this inherent knowledge that you might not get very far, because Joey Chestnut has been beaten twice in the last 15 years. One by Matt Stoney, and another by Patrick Bertoletti, I think his name was. 13 titles in 15 years. Joey Chestnut. Absolutely dominant. And there's not many ways to get past that. Well, there is. You just have to eat more, or you hope that he, as they say, has a reversal of fate and has to be disqualified, but that's never happened. It's Joey Chestnut. Entrances still going on as we await the beginning of the contest here. James Webb, ranked number 4 in the world and number 1 in Australia, ate 13.5 pounds of fudge in 8 minutes at one time. And yes, I know some of you may be saying, is this a monument to gluttony? I would say leave that to the theologians. We're going to have some fun here. It's the 4th of July. Entrances still going on here. Beautiful day in Coney Island. Beautiful day to eat some hot dogs and celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Do I still have that website up? Yes, I do. I want to see the rankings now. Joey Chestnut is ranked #1 in the world. His records include chicken wings, long form, 182 chicken wings in 30 minutes. Hot dogs, we all know about that record, or that's the one we're focusing on today. 76 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes, set in 2021. He ate 141 hard-boiled eggs in 8 minutes on October 5th, 2013. 13.76 pounds of pork rib meat in 12 minutes on August 28th, 2013. 45 pulled pork sandwiches in 10 minutes in 2007. The list goes on and on and on and on and on, ending in Padrino tamales, set September 29th, 2025. 96 of them, each one weighing 2 ounces. This is the LeBron James of eating. Joey Chestnut is going to be the thorn in the side of everyone in this competition. However, Patrick Bertoletti is currently making his entrance, the only man since 2015 to have defeated Chestnut here today. With that said, if you're into betting, if you want to guarantee that you'll make money, you need to pick Chestnut. And now, I think we're going to see his entrance. Because the announcer has begun to make this, and he does this every year, this large poetic speech. Because Joey Chestnut every year gets this grandiose WrestleMania-style entrance as the announcer waxes poetic about him as though he were some mythic hero from Greek times. Joey Chestnut, 42 years old, the #1 ranked eater in the world, wearing a polymarket chain around his neck, is here. He does not have a throne, he does not have a raised platform, but he does have his theme song. On the back of his jersey, it reads, personal best, 76, the world record for most hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. Chestnut, with a noticeable lack of ceremony this year. Perhaps a humble deference to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States. As he makes his way out, as he steps onto the raised platform, he stretches, he gets limber, and he stands and looks on as the announcer waxes poetic, and as I do something a bit similar, or at least attempt to. And with a loud cry of Chestnut's name, the champion's arrival is proclaimed, and we are almost ready for action here in the 2026 Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest. It is the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. It is the 110th anniversary of the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest. And as we now watch an AI commercial of the Founding Fathers, as ESPN goes to commercial break, we do so with the knowledge that in 2 minutes, in less than 2 minutes now, we will be watching greatness unfold. Joey Chestnut set to defend his title here on the 250th anniversary of the United States. Glad to have you with us. The competition set to begin very soon. But I want to go into the history of this a little bit. The first hot dog eating contest was oh, I didn't know this either. Major League Eating, sanctioned by the International Federation of Competitive Eating. Okay, as I click on that Wikipedia link, maybe it doesn't exist anymore, maybe they merged, I don't know. But the history is what I want to get into. This hot dog eating contest, again according to Wikipedia, has been held at the original location on Coney Island most years since about 1972, usually in conjunction with Independence Day. Multiple contests in the 1970s were scheduled on Memorial Day or Labor Day. There's a lot of this. I'm actually going to put the Wikipedia article in the chat, and I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to start a poll, but this is going to be different. We're not going to have we're gonna ask, will Joey Chestnut win today? And the answer is, of course, yes or no. Fill that out. We want to hear what you think. We've got about 30 seconds until ESPN comes back from this commercial break, and we get set for the 2026 Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest. Glad to have you with us today. Just waiting now for the action to begin from Coney Island here on the 4th of July, celebrating the 250th anniversary of the or 250th birthday, whatever you want to call it, of the United States of America. And what a tradition we have coming to you live here with our radio style coverage on Ultrasport. We are back. The ESPN feed has come back, and we are set to begin. Final preparations are underway for the 2026 Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Joey Chestnut, holder of the world record, 76 hot dogs and buns set on July 4th, 5 years ago. Is he going to improve on his record? Who knows? In any case, he's going to get a pretty high total unless something catastrophic happens. In 2022, some guy ran out of the stage, an intruder. Chestnut put him in a headlock, dropped the guy, and he went, and after that, went straight back to eating. I'm not making this up. This is something. So here we go. Final pronouncements from the ring announcer, the ever effervescent Michael Buffer, Caesar Flickerman-esque ring announcer, gets us underway. We have begun. 10 minutes on the clock. The 2026 Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest is underway. And there's a lot of water. You can see here a strategy that a lot of competitors employ, most if not all of them. They dunk the buns. This is legal. They dunk the buns in the water to soften them up, and then they eat the buns, then the hot dog. That is legal. Chestnut currently is at 6. We are 30 seconds in. That gives you a perspective on just how much this guy can eat. We're coming up on 45 seconds. 8 hot dogs, 45 seconds, at least according to the ESPN scoreboard. It may be higher than that. He may be at 10. We'll see. Now he's at 10. 10 hot dogs in the first 4, 3, 2, 1. 60 seconds, 10 hot dogs for Joey Chestnut. And I think what he's doing here, as we take a look, he's eating 2 at a time. He's dunking them, and then he's dunking the buns, shoving those in his mouth, and then taking 2 hot dogs at once, the actual sausage part, and eating those. So he's doubling up here, which is a very good strategy. As we take a look now, ESPN has a helmet cam, and this is actually very interesting. There's a bunch of different drinks. I thought it was just water, but there's something orange, something yellow, something red. I can only imagine those are, different varieties of soda. Bertoletti and Webb. Webb is at 16, Bertoletti is at 13, Chestnut is at 18. This is a bit close. This might end up being like Argentina, Cabo Verde last night. I don't think that the hot dog eating contest would go to extra time, but who knows? Chestnut is now at 20, though. He's trying to leave his competitors in the dust as Webb gets up to 18. Meat is at 13. But Chestnut just keeps eating. We are under, we've gone past 2 minutes now. Chestnut is at 22 dogs. Webb is at 18. Bertoletti is at 17. Patrick Bertoletti. We take a look now. This isn't pretty. This isn't pretty. This isn't aristocratic. This isn't, Test cricket or the Kentucky Derby. This is the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest. And, perhaps not for the faint of stomach, but it is what it is. 26 hot dogs at the moment, Chestnut's total. Again, 10 minutes on the clock, less than that now, coming up on the first 3, so we're going to have 7 minutes left in a matter of seconds here. And Joey Chestnut, at the moment, is at 28 hot dogs here. 28 hot dogs within the first 3 minutes for Joey Chestnut. And 28 divided by 3 would be 7 per minute. If we extrapolate that, 7 times 10, that would be 70 hot dogs, 6 shy of the record he set in 2021, which is 76. Chestnut is now up to 32. He's beginning to leave his competitors in the dust. Webb is at 24, Bertoletti 23. We've got Mead at 20. But, as I mentioned earlier, when you go into this event, when you go into this contest, you do so kind of knowing that you're not really going, you don't really expect victory. This is a good opportunity perhaps to promote your personal brand or make yourself known. Hey, look at me, I competed in the hot dog eating contest. But if you expect to win, I would say that for the most part, you are a fool. Chestnut is at 36. We're coming up at the halfway point. We're past the first 4 minutes of 10 in this hot dog eating contest. Chestnut up to 38 now. Again, using that doubling up technique, dipping the buns in the various beverages they have available for these competitors, eating those, and then taking 2 sausages at a time and shoving those into his mouth. As I said, this isn't pretty, this isn't aristocratic, it's not horse racing, but it is the hot dog eating contest, a tradition that has been going on for 110 years. Chestnut is now at 40. That is a rate of about 8.5 dogs per minute here. His dogs per minute rate, we can see on the ESPN scoreboard, is dropping as we speak, but as he gets 2 more successfully completed, it's going to go up. 42 for Chestnut, 32 for Webb, 29 Bertoletti, Stanford and Mead both at 25. We are halfway through. 5 minutes gone, 5 minutes to go in the 2026 Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest, and Joey Chestnut, as he usually does, is running away with it. Chestnut is at 44. We've crossed the halfway point here. 44 dogs for Chestnut at the moment. And he keeps going, he keeps working, he keeps eating. Joey Chestnut. And those aren't, these aren't pigs in a blanket. These are real, maybe a foot long. These are real sausages. For most of us, to eat one of these would probably be a filling meal, and yet somehow this guy manages to shove 70 of them into his stomach in the span of 10 minutes. The hot dog eating contest, ladies and gentlemen, is a very, very unique thing. Chestnut, can he reach 50 here? 4 minutes to go, Chestnut's at 48. And I'm going to do a calculation again. 48 divided by 6 is 8. 8 times 10 is 80. If he keeps up this rate, he will break his record. We're going to see if it happens. Patrick Bertoletti, we see now, is being left in the dust along with Webb, but Chestnut does appear to be slowing down. He was eating dog after dog after dog in the first 30 seconds, I think. He had 4 already. Scoreboard came up, and I was shocked to see he's got 4 on the board already, and then I realized he's doing that doubling up technique. But with all that said, Joey Chestnut is indeed slowing down, but he may be well within his rights to do so. He may not have to worry, because he is way out there. Bertoletti in second place, the man who beat him for the title in 2024. Bertoletti has 37. Chestnut is out by over 2 dogs per minute against Bertoletti here. Joey's past 50. In cricket, they'd call that a half century, but he really is slowing down now. We have a look from the bottom, and pacing yourself is certainly an oxymoron, something antithetical to the spirit of the hot dog eating contest. But with that said, Chestnut, he may have to keep a lookout for his health here. The guy's 42. 54 hot dogs in. We've got 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Chestnut, we'll see if he's going to up those numbers. It doesn't seem like he would really need to that much. Maybe he's enjoying himself as we take a look now. Just trying to shove more and more dogs into his mouth. Maybe he's savoring the flavor. Maybe he's, showboating a little bit as we enter the final 2 minutes of this contest. It is Joey Chestnut way out in the lead here. 56 hot dogs. Joey Chestnut has finished in 2021, 76 hot dogs. Again, the record. And I don't think he's going to set a record today. He'll get up to 60 now as we come closer to the 90-second warning. And 1:30 to go here. Chestnut 58, Bertoletti 45, Webb 42, Esper 36, Wary 35. Chestnut's now up to 60 as we come to the final minute of the 2026 Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a close race. This is a blowout. This is a show of dominance from the reigning champion. 1 minute to go. Chestnut's at 60. The only reason, really, to up those numbers by a great deal would be for your own personal glory. Joey Chestnut now up to 62. He really is slowing down here. He really is slowing down. We're inside the last 45 seconds of this contest. 45 minutes more of this, you die. But we come to the final 30 seconds. Chestnut 62. And now, will it be, it says he's up to 64, will it be 66? 20 seconds to go. 2 more sausages for Joey Chestnut. The man is the purest definition of the term eating machine. And as we come to the final 10 seconds of the 2026 Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest, there is one clear winner. And his name, ladies and gentlemen, is Joey Chestnut. 67 hot dogs, I believe, is the final total here. A very fitting number considering what year we're in. Chestnut 67, Bertoletti 52, Webb 48, Stanford 41, Esper 40. The top 5, the Poly Market chain put around Chestnut's neck once again as he takes home the mustard belt in 2026. We had 4 votes on the poll. All of them said, yes, Joey Chestnut will win. Not a single contrarian in the bunch. I am delighted to tell you, you all are correct. Joey Chestnut continues his dominance as ESPN goes to an ad break here. And after that, I can only assume we're going to have the victory ceremony, and then we will go off the air. But, yeah, the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest, ladies and gentlemen, ends in favor of Joey Chestnut, winning with, again, a total of 67 hot dogs eaten within the span of 10 minutes. History made every time he steps onto the stage, and Joey Chestnut does it again. That is title number 18, ladies and gentlemen. 18 hot dog eating championships Joey Chestnut has won in this time-honored competition. And now, as we see a commercial for McGregor versus Holloway 2 on Paramount Plus, we wait for ESPN to come back and give us the conclusion to what has been an utterly insane but utterly entertaining Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest. Glad that you joined us today for our coverage. We're not going off the air yet, so stay tuned. But if you enjoyed here, leave a like, subscribe to this channel, maybe send a donation where you have the QR code in the corner of the screen. We can't, maybe not super chats now because we're getting to the end of it, but you can still send a donation in. And if you do so, your message would show up on the stream within these last few minutes. So consider it. Joey Chestnut, again, for those of you that may be just joining us, Joey Chestnut wins 2026 Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest. A total for Mr. Chestnut of 67 hot dogs. Absolutely incredible performance. And, you know, to us normies, something incomprehensible. Chestnut, the record holder at 76. He didn't quite get up there today. He was 9 short, 9 shy of tying that record, 10 short of beating it. But in any case, he has won once again. He is the inimitable, I hope I'm using that correctly, unimitatable, I'll say that, one of a kind, unbeatable, unless your name is Patrick Bertoletti, Joey Chestnut. So with that, we are going to wait for the commercial break to come down to its last 5 seconds now, and we will go back to Coney Island to wrap things up in a neat little red, white, and blue package. 67 hot dogs, the total eaten by Joey Chestnut here today. Absolutely death-defying? Maybe? I'm not sure. Define something. Define all human logic. Chestnut with an American flag wrapped over one side of him as though it's a Roman toga. The 18-time champion of the world. It wasn't 67, it was 66. The official count is 66. The mustard belt goes back to Joey Chestnut. He wins the 2026 Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest. What an affair this was today, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to celebrate the 4th of July, and now we're going to have an interview. At what point did you realize that you had the rhythm today to take another one, is the question. Oh, I knew right away that I was fast. I knew I was going to be able to get the win, but early I wasn't going to break the record, so I just had to stay calm. Don't make any mistakes, don't push things, don't make any big mistakes. Dang it, man, I got so much room left, he says at the end of this interview. Again, I'm just reading off here what he says. Asking about the heat, it's coming up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. There have been a lot of 4th of July events canceled throughout the country because of the extreme heat. But he says there's room for improvement. He says he doesn't want to look for excuses hiding behind things like temperature. What does it mean today to be able to stand on the stage on America's 250th birthday? Eating here on the 4th of July is a dream. It's electric. There's no place better on earth, says world champion Joey Chestnut. Miki Sudo wins the women's competition. Joey Chestnut wins the men's. A look at the podium here. Joey Chestnut first with 66. Patrick Bertoletti second with 51. James Webb third with 47.5 hot dogs and buns eaten at this 2026 Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest. With that, we are going to go off the air. We thank you for having tuned in to our live coverage of the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest. Happy 4th of July, and maybe we'll see you next year. Maybe we'll have coverage of this event, this one-of-a-kind monumental event. Maybe we'll have some coverage next year. But for now, we thank you for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe, send a donation, and have an excellent 4th of July. From Coney Island, or rather, from the Ultrasport Studios in Orlando, Florida, doing live coverage of what's going on in Coney Island, we say goodbye, good night, and happy 4th of July.